When it comes to building big biceps, most people are cutting their gains short by making these simple training mistakes. I'm going to be sharing with you 6 of the most common bicep training mistakes and show you exactly what you need to do properly to optimize your bicep gains. I'm sure we've all made this same mistake at some point in our fitness journey. Mindlessly doing bicep curls isn't going to be enough to cut it when it comes to getting the bicep development you're looking for. In fact, it's more than likely that you're letting other muscles take over and steal the tension away from your biceps. Most people will cheat with their forearms, their wrists, the front of the shoulders, and their upper back. Can you spot the mistake I'm making here? Chances are, if you can spot a few of these mistakes, or if you're not able to spot them at all, you're not curling with proper form and technique. A lot of the times when doing bicep curls, people will use their elbow too much and bring it forward like this. In fact, that's going to take tension off of the biceps. You want to try to use as much of the bicep as you can. So when I'm curling here, I'm squeezing at the top and I'm making sure that I'm not bringing my shoulder too far forward. A lot of times that's going to take the tension off my biceps. So you can see here from the front, you don't want to come up like this. Excessive forward shoulder flexion is really going to take the tension off the biceps. Instead, you want to make sure that you're curling just using the elbow and you're making sure you're maintaining a neutral wrist position. A lot of people will cheat, and when they curl at the top, they'll curl their wrist upwards to get a little bit further instead of actually using biceps. Another key when it comes to bicep curl technique is making sure you're not moving super fast and you have a slow and controlled tempo. Remember, time under tension is a super important factor when it comes to building muscle. So you want to make sure you're coming up nice and slow, you're pausing at the top, and you're controlling it back down. I try to count up 1, 2, 3, pause 1, 2, down 1, 2, 3 at the very least. This is going to make sure we maximize the tension on our biceps. You need to make sure that you have a mind-muscle connection and you're really dialed in and focused on each and every rep you're performing. So making sure you can perform and really feel that squeeze. Studies have shown that even thinking and feeling that muscle contracting between sets can enhance that mind-to-muscle connection, which can further enhance your muscle gains. Now, here's a quick tip if you're struggling to feel those contractions and you're struggling to feel your biceps working, is making sure at the top of every rep, as I said before, the elbow's close to your body and then you're curling up, that you're supinating and turning your wrist and forearm outwards. One of the easiest ways to instantly level up your bicep training is to make sure you're hitting both the short head and the long head of your biceps. Most people will just do standard alternating curls with not much intention or deliberate focus into exercise selection. But with the right approach to choosing the right exercises for you and your goals can really make sure you're optimizing bicep development and training. Now, some of my favorite exercises that focus more on the short head are hammer curls, spider curls, and standing alternating curls. And anything with a nice wide grip is going to get more of that inner short head of the biceps. Some of my favorite exercises for the long head of the biceps include drag curls, behind the body cable curls, and my favorite, seated incline curls. Now you might be wondering, do I need to do every single biceps exercise if you want to build big guns? Well, in fact, you don't need to do them all. Studies have shown that if you're constantly annihilating your biceps and taking them to failure, you're actually going to be impeding your recovery, and this is going to be impeding your biceps growth. So it's better off to pick 1 or 2 bicep exercises to focus on during each training block. Focus on optimal form and technique like we talked about earlier. Focus on feeling the squeeze at the top and progressively overloading and getting stronger over time. Number 6, this is a bonus tip for those of you who made it this far into the video. If you want to build big biceps, you need to make sure your arms are strong. You can't be curling 10 or 20 pounds and expect to have these massive guns. So instead of just focusing solely on bicep curls, I encourage you to get strong as hell in pull-ups, chin-ups, and dips, and really making sure you have arms that are impressive and that are athletic and that you can actually do something with them. Chances are if you can do weighted pull-ups or chin-ups with 45 pounds around your waist, you're gonna have big arms. So focus on getting strong and don't neglect tricep training. Your triceps actually make up 2/3 of your arm. So when you have development into the triceps, it's gonna give you that illusion of a bigger peak bicep. Now, as you can see here, the long head of our tricep is actually right underneath the bicep there. So when you come into that fully flexed position, it contributes to the development of that bicep looking bigger. Thanks so much for checking out today's video. I hope these tips help you build some massive biceps. And as always, make sure to subscribe to the Athletic Physio to learn more about pain-free bodybuilding. This is the ultimate resource and program to help you build a pain-free athletic physique in and out of the gym. If you haven't already, I encourage you to check out this video to make sure you warm up your shoulders properly before every workout.